Hey guys, once Les Brown, globally renowned leadership coach, was taking a session with his audience and he asked a very interesting question. He asked, "Tell me which is the richest place on this planet Earth?" And there was a lot of movement in the room. Somebody said that Saudi Arabia because they've got the oil fields. Somebody said Africa because they've got the diamond mines. Somebody said India because they are rich in agriculture. Somebody said United States because they've got the maximum reserve of the gold. But unfortunately, nobody was correct. Then which is the richest place on the earth? We'll find out. 2.5 months of lockdown and indoors. I think we have done a brilliant job. Kudos to our patience, kudos to our discipline. But which is this richest place on the earth after all that we've been talking about? You'll be surprised and shocked. The richest place on the earth is a graveyard. Because this is the place where people are buried with aims and ambitions which never got realized. Melodious songs which never got sung. Business plans, like lucrative business plans, which never got implemented. Breakthrough inventions which never got attempted. And the worst thing is successful relationships, which if given priority would have been really beautiful, but never got attempted. All these people are buried over there with this immense wealth. That is the reason graveyard is the richest place on the earth. Shocking, but true. All this points out only towards one thing: managing priorities, also known as time management. We manage everything in life. We manage our wealth, we manage our health, we manage our social circle, we manage our business. But just ask yourself, do we manage time? Because all the things which I listed are renewable sources. It can be renewed. Once lost, the chances that it can be gained back. Time once lost, can it be gained back? So why is it that we give the least importance to time management? Especially now when we have lost 2.5 months in this year. That is it safe to assume that we have lost almost 25% of the year? Now imagine how much importance we need to give to time management now, because we've got only 75% of the time left in this year to achieve our goals, to achieve our aims and ambitions that we've been planning for. So if you would like to spend the rest of the year more efficiently, I have penned down my thoughts. There are some breakthrough strategies that we can discuss. The first one is plan your day. People who fail to plan are planning to fail. Have you realized that most of the time during the day that we spend are in activities which are not relevant, and we spend the least time in activities which are more strategic, which are more important? There's this interesting guy, Vilfredo Pareto, who lived in Italy in the 18th century. He was an economist and a philosopher. He came out with the rule of 80-20. He said that 80% of the time that we spend during the day are only on activities which are 20% important to us. While the other way around, only 20% of the time we spend during the day on things which are 80% important to us. Don't you think the equation needs to be reversed? So the strategy should be classification of the day as per the priorities. And let's stick to this classification. So make a matrix with 4 quadrants. The first quadrant will be tasks which are urgent and important. Now this is something that requires your attention right there. This cannot be left to the day. Something like working on a client's requirement, something like looking into your kid's school assignment, ordering for medicine. Now these are the tasks which require your attention right there. The second tasks are important but not urgent. These are again strategic tasks, but it doesn't need your attention like right there. It can be taken to the second priority. Something like going for a workout. This is important but not urgent. The third thing is something which is not important but urgent. Now this is something which can be delegated. You really don't need to give time towards it. However, if you don't have anybody to delegate, then this can take the third priority after the first two. And the fourth one is something which is neither urgent, something which is not important. This is something which can be left for the least part of the day. It could be, answering an SMS, or answering a phone call, or answering a WhatsApp, or maybe answering an email which has just come to you, which really doesn't require your urgent attention. We can look at all those things later on, but not right now. Right now we need to focus first of all on the first quadrant, which is things which are very important and very urgent, because those are strategic things which are going to affect our rest of the year, our rest of the lives. The second strategy on time management, and I call this as the mother of all strategies because of its profound outcomes, is the switch off mode. But before we talk about this, let's watch this movie clip from the film MS Dhoni. A very interesting film.
अरे वही पेपर में छपा है यार। अल्लाह यार, अरे वही तू साइन नहीं दे रहा है। नहीं, अरे इतनी अच्छी खबर दे रहे हैं, सुन ही नहीं रहा। चलना मिठाई मिठाई खाते हैं कोई। तुम चलो, हम ये गेम खत्म करके आते हैं। अच्छी बात भी है। जा रहे हैं सिंघाड़ा खाने। हाँ चल, हम लोग चलते हैं।
Enjoyed the clip? You know, there was something worth observing in this clip. Focus. The guy was playing badminton and he receives a news of his selection in the Indian cricket team, a news that can make a dead man alive. Did he react to it? No. He just focused on badminton, his game, his task that he was performing at that point in time. You know, this film is on Indian cricket captain, former captain, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the best wicket keeper, where they need the maximum attention, the maximum focus. Well, he's there for a reason. This is switch off mode. Switch off mode refers to a mental ability of doing that one strategic task and at that point in time switching off completely from the rest of the world. So let's say we are working on an important task. Let's say it's a business plan which will take about an hour. What I generally do is that for 1 hour, my phone is on silent mode, the data is off and it is kept away from me. Because for that 1 hour, this business plan becomes my world. If I'm working on a laptop, all the windows are shut. Only this one window is open where I'm working. You'll be surprised to know that 1 hour thing is achieved in 40 minutes and much more focused and much more efficiently. No matter whether you're a student or a working professional or maybe a retired person, switch off mode works for everybody. It is the most difficult technique to adapt because it's a focus on mental abilities. However, the results are profound. The third strategy on time management is review. It is said that what is not measurable is not manageable. Hence, it is very important to understand how we have spent our day. And believe me, this is the quickest strategy, which will not take too much of your time. When you end your day, take that list which you prepared in the morning, the metrics which you had prepared with 4 quadrants. Try and see which are the activities which you left, which you couldn't finish. There could be only 2 reasons why you couldn't finish. One is you drifted away from your plan. You were supposed to do something, but you didn't do it, and probably there's something else which you did. That would be one reason why that task didn't get finished. Or the second reason is probably you wrote too many things on your list. Maybe you don't need to, maybe you need to omit a few things. It's not important. We are not in a rat race that we need to finish everything in one day. So plan your day well. Try and see that what are those things which are not crucial, not important, or probably even if important can be taken to the next day. It's fine. So what will this review ensure? It will ensure that you don't repeat the same mistakes again and again and again. With every review, with every day, you will become better and better at managing your time and managing your priorities. And trust me, it will take hardly a few minutes by the end of the day. And the results are amazing. So, the 3 profound strategies of time management. First, plan your day. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Second, have a switch off mode. Do that one task and switch off from the rest of the world. Third, review. Because what is not measurable is certainly not manageable. Guys, our bank account is credited with 86,400 rupees every morning. But the catch is that by the end of the day, the money gets exhausted. Indeed, these are 86,400 seconds that we are getting every day. How we use it, how we abuse it, will decide whether we will sleep rich or we will sleep poor. Think about it. So have a great time ahead, manage well, take good care of yourself. Goodbye.